Today we're going to be operating our 9-inch PTO driven wood chipper. It has a category 1 mount and it works best on tractors with a PTO horsepower range of 35 to 60 horsepower. It utilizes a triple banded V-belt to drive the main chipper disc, which weighs 275 pounds. It's 30 inches in diameter and it's 1.25 inches thick. The disc has 4 reversible blades on it that can be sharpened as they wear. One of the features that makes this chipper unique is that the feed roller is actually hydraulically driven. So there's a pump and a reservoir on the far side of the machine that run this motor right here. Why that's important is because it allows you to vary the speed of the inlet feed roller as well as control it with the digital controller. So if there's a bind or a safety situation, you can hit the safety switch and it will reverse. The Discharge Chute has an 8-inch diameter chute and it's easily adjustable with this little pin here. You just pull this pin and you can slide it around a few different locations, different positions. So if you're on one side of the machine, you can blow the chips to the other side if you need to. The end of the Discharge Chute is also adjustable, so you can either blow the chips close by if you want to keep a tight pile, or you can blow them further if you want to disperse them into the woods, for example. I wanted to point out one feature on the back side of the machine here, this little jack. This jack is used to raise up the feed roller system in case you need to do maintenance or if something jams in there, it's easy to work on. You can jack it up and lock it with this pin here so you can work on it safely. So the feed roller itself is mounted on a sliding frame and it's spring loaded, so there's always down tension on it. And why that's really nice is because as you feed different size materials in here, it'll self-adjust to the height or the diameter of the piece of wood that you're chipping. If you have a big piece, you'll see this slide up as it ingests that piece of wood. And so it's automatically adjusting and it's always down pressure on it, so the feed roller has good grip on the wood too. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the wood that we were chipping here today. We had basically 2 types of wood, popple and ash. And both of these sets of trees here were dead. So, you know, popple is, I consider it a softwood. It's fairly easy to chip. The ash is I consider it a hardwood. It was very dense, very heavy. There was no rotten part to the tree trunk at all. It was all very solid. So when we put a big piece of trunk in there, it was really a good test for the chipper and it did really well. You can see when the chipper gets overloaded, it automatically reverses the feed roller and then allows time for the chipping wheel to spin back up again. So it's virtually impossible to plug it, which is really nice. So it's user-friendly, very efficient, and it does a really nice job of chipping. The chips themselves are a really nice, fine chip. This is a mixture of both types of wood now, but you can see that the chips here are all, you know, under 1 inch for the most part. Horsepower-wise, we were running this on a tractor with 50 PTO horsepower, so it's right in the middle of the range. This chipper is best for 35 to 60 horsepower. Okay, so I wanted to mention a little bit about the digital controller that we have here. It has buttons on it for reverse, stop, and there's a reset button as well. Those are coupled in electronically with both the knee bar and the reverse bar up here. So the top switch is right here, the handle for reversing. That's really nice if you're working on a piece and it starts going sideways or gets plugged in there. You can hit this and it'll kick it right back out. The knee bar is more of a panic stop. If you hit that, everything's going to stop on the feed roller. So that gives you a chance to compose yourself, and then to reset the knee bar, you got to hold the switch on the controller right here. Really a powerful, efficient machine for chipping, and a really nice size for the type of contractor or the person that might be chipping branches, small trees, limbs, things that they're trimming. So a really nice size chipper. It matches really well with the tractor we're running it on here. You know, it's pretty common to find utility tractors in that 35 to 60 horsepower range. So really did a nice job. I'm really impressed with the job of chipping that it did. Be sure to check back later as we do more videos. Give us a call or check our website if you have any questions.